Greetings, and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. So, I'm a little bit behind schedule because we actually had a COVID scare in the house last week. So last Thursday, I had some symptoms going on, some crazy symptoms. I was having a hard time catching my breath. I had a slight cough, body aches, felt like I had a fever. I'm not playing around, so I went straight to the ER. I was there 7 hours. They took several blood tests. They ran a CT scan. They ran a chest x-ray. And of course, they did a COVID swab. All of the tests that I took there, that they could get the results back immediately, came back normal. Only thing was I had a temperature of 102 and my heart rate was kind of fast. So they gave me some antibiotics and sent me home, but the doctor definitely felt like it was COVID. Well, 2 days later, I get the test results back. Test results are negative, no COVID. However, I still decided to quarantine, so I haven't been anywhere this week. Just been taking medication. The cough is pretty much gone. The temperature is back to normal. The body aches are gone. And I'm able to breathe normally again. So whatever it was, it's gone. Thanks to the government. However, that did put me behind schedule, so I owe you guys an episode. So this particular episode is going to be on the cardigans. Now, I'm not going to show 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 different cardigans. I'm going to show 3, including the one I'm wearing. So this one and 2 more. Some of the cardigans that I purchased are cool, and you will see them as the fall months roll on. But some of the cardigans that I purchased were actually cardigans that I already had that I got tailored to fit better. So I want to do an episode on tailoring coming up soon. However, I want to make sure I present the best episode I possibly can, so I'm still brainstorming on it. So just bear with me. In the meantime, this particular cardigan that I'm wearing, I'm pretty sure this cardigan was on eBay for 2 years. I had it on my watch list for a long time, but I finally went ahead and pulled the trigger. It is a large. I probably will not taper it to a medium to fit me perfectly, and I'll show you why later in this episode. It has rugby written here. It has the big rugby kicker along with the rugby ball and the goalposts, collegiate stripes, elbow patches, which I love, as you already know. I paired it with a nice simple Columbia blue dress shirt, my favorite go-to color for dress shirts. I also paired it with this narrow rugby Ralph Lauren all over kicker tie in a light pink, and I ended it off with some camo slim fit denim. Pair of nice pre-owned penny loafers on my feet to give it that vintage college boy look. You know how I do. Anyway, let's get started. I got 2 cardigans I want to show you, how I dressed them on the rig, and I'm going to show you how I styled them, and we're gonna talk through it. All right, let's go. Now, this particular cardigan, it wasn't a standout cardigan, but I felt like it was a great layering piece for this fall. I don't have a lot of pure red, or as noted in the company, RL 2000 red or Ralph red. I don't have a lot of that as far as solid pieces, so I thought it was a good purchase for me, a good investment, because it has that rugby collegiate feel to it, but also because it's red, so something I can play around with. First thing I came up with was, well, let me talk about the rugby for a minute. It's a simple cardigan. It's got collegiate stripes on the shawl collar, and it has this really nice crest shield with the American flag in it. Now, we're not big on the American flag because of what it stands for our people, but that's neither here nor there. Trimmed in blue here, has rugby written here, and that's pretty much it as far as the detailing. Otherwise, it's just a nice, solid, clean, red button-down cardigan. What I did was I dressed it up some though. I paired it with Columbia blue Oxford, and then this rep tie. in navy with narrow white stripes. Paired it with this tie, and then I went with some dress slacks. I went with some gray window pane dress slacks. So this is almost, if you have a job or a career where you work and you have maybe a casual Friday, or even casual Friday may be, okay, you don't have to wear a suit, but you still kind of have to play the part and present yourself accordingly. This will be something that you definitely could wear for that. It's also a great alternative to wearing a sport coat or a blazer. You can throw this cardigan on and you can wear it open, which I rarely do, but this is why I was saying I probably won't get this particular cardigan tailored, because I may wear this cardigan open to give it this look like this. Dress it up nice with a nice pair of slim fitting dress slacks, nice necktie, and just style it accordingly. Nice pair of dress wingtips or brogues, something really nice in a dark brown. If you can find a blue, hey, that's great. Probably would steer clear to black. But this is a nice, clean look. You can dress it down for happy hour by simply taking off the tie. Once you take off the tie, you could open a button up 2 buttons on your cardigan, and you're looking nice and clean for happy hour. You're feeling a little more relaxed there. But I like this look, and I'm definitely glad I invested in this red. So I'm gonna show you one more cardigan that I've dressed on the red, and that's gonna be the end of this episode, buddy. Okay, so for the next cardigan, I went with this newer piece. I wanna say this came out end of last fall. So early 2019, which is in essence winter, but as you know, there's really only fall and spring when it comes to the fashion industry. But I think this came out late fall, so early 2019, right before COVID hit us. It's a nice piece. I wasn't overly crazy about it, but once I took a closer look at it and realized it had that indigo to it, it was almost a denim look almost. Definitely has a weathered look to it. I said, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and jump on it. I wasn't a fan of the buttons, but once it came and they were on it, I was like, you know what? I like that part of it too. So I kept those on it. But it's got a giant collegiate P with the moose head and polo written on the front. So the moose head, I'm assuming, is another is another newer collegiate logo or mascot that's been introduced to the Ralph Lauren family. As you know, the varsity jacket, also from last fall. The royal blue one has the moose head on it with Pine Lake on the back. So I think this is a newer logo that they're gonna probably run with for a period or two. But like I said, it's got a weathered indigo look to it, heathered almost. It has collegiate stripes here and on the sleeve. Functional pockets, of course, but it's a great look. Very comfortable, very relaxed looking cardigan. You could dress it up, but I would keep it middle of the road casual. So what I did to bring out some of the colors in the cardigan and to add a few more colors, I went with this foul yard patchwork tie from a couple of years back. Put that on there with chambray button down collared sports shirt, and just a clean pair of khakis, clean pair of chinos. Braided belt would be perfect. If you had a belt with red and blue in it, or red and green, or red and yellow, that would also work perfectly as well. You can finish it off with several different pairs of shoes. You could go with a wingtip. You could go with a nice dress boot. You could go with a boat shoe. I probably wouldn't. You could. If you do that, I would probably say do a leather one. But I would probably go with either a nice dress boot, dress casual boot like a Chelsea or a Chukka, or a pair of wingtips or something, or even a pair of brogues. But I probably want to do something a little dressier than a boat shoe on my feet if we're gonna wear neckwear here. But this particular cardigan is a medium, so I definitely wear it like this because it'll fit me perfect, buttoned up, 1 or 2 buttons. just to give it that look that I like the most from the cardigan. Yeah, this is a nice piece. And it was, like I said, it was out early, I wouldn't say early January, February, so you probably won't find it online on RalphLauren.com. I found this particular one on Poshmark, and I was able to get it brand new with tags for $90, which is a great deal. I think it was, I want to say it was either $175 or $275 when it was brand new. So if this is something you like, check Poshmark, check eBay. I'm pretty sure somebody will have it at a reasonable price. Depending on how you want your cardigans to fit, this does fit true to size. It's not a vintage classic wide fit or anything like that. It pretty much fits true to size. Has a little length to it, but not too bad. But anyway, those were the two of my favorite cardigans. This one makes 3 that I purchased over the summer months. Little Gold Peak tea, California raspberry. It's pretty good. I drink a lot of tea. Whether I make tea from scratch here at home, buy tea, or if I go out, I usually get tea. Tea and water. That's what I mainly drink. I also do drink coffee. And on occasion, I have a little whiskey, I have a little wine, but just on some everyday shit, tea and water. But anyway, that's another episode in the books. I showed you a few of the cardigans that I purchased over the summer months. But what I'd like to talk to you about real quick is what I haven't seen on RalphLauren.com. Here it is, October. Normally, by September, we get bombarded with some of the most loveliest pieces you've ever seen for the fall and winter months. I've only seen a few pieces for fall 2020. Now, my theory is that COVID just affected manufacturing, and somewhere along the line they decided to fall back a little bit from putting out as many pieces. They cut back on the volume. Whether that's the case or not, the few pieces that I have seen, pretty decent. But I need to see more. I would like to see more. This is, now mind you, me personally, I can go several falls. I can go several calendars and be okay when it comes to fall and winter gear, because those are my months. That's what I do. But I also like to purchase new pieces. So get in the comment section if you've been on RalphLauren.com and you've noticed the same thing that I have. If you haven't, go to RalphLauren.com, peruse the website, and then get in the comment section and tell me what you think, man. Are we going to get our traditional fall bombardment of beautiful pieces, or are they going to cut us short? Let me know what you think. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and tell a friend, man, we here. Artists paint pictures, haters paint narratives. Don't forget that, please. Don't be no hater. All right? Have a good one.